Cue the intro. Cardio and vacuums have been boxed off. I also went and picked up a package that I forgot I had. It is yet another leg day shirt. So I think that puts me to like 5 total leg day shirts. This one is another good one. I'll show you guys when I get back. Right now, I just hopped in my car and it's time to go speed run Walmart. It's like 6:20 right now, so Walmart opens at 6. Man, you get there early, everything's fully stocked, nobody in the store. I can just get in, get out in like 15 minutes. I'm telling you, Walmart hacks, guys. So I'm gonna go over there, get everything that I need for next week, and I'll show you guys what that is. Back from Walmart now, and before I show you guys what I got, I need to get some laundry started, and more importantly, I need to get some coffee started. So I'm gonna get those 2 things rolling, and then I'm gonna show you guys what I got. Okay, let me show you guys what we are working with. So, first, ground beef, 96.4 lean ground beef. I have to cook this today. Also, 2 packs of chicken breasts. I already have chicken cooked, so I'm gonna go ahead and just throw this in our garage freezer. Then we got bananas. What is this, like 7 or 8 bananas? So I got ones that are more yellow because these are the ones that I'm gonna eat, you know, within the next couple days. And then I tried to find some ones that are slightly more green because they'll last longer. So by the time like Thursday, Friday rolls around, these will be the same color as the yellow ones. Frozen blueberries, got 2 bags of these. As you can see right there. I'm actually gonna throw these in the freezer right now because they tend to like get unfrozen very quickly. So I always go with frozen blueberries over fresh blueberries just because it's way more consistent and they last way longer. Fresh blueberries are obviously like the best, but you rarely get really good fresh blueberries and they go bad really fast. And when I find with those, obviously they don't go bad because they're in the freezer, and it's just a way more consistent quality of good blueberries versus fresh. So that's why I go with those. And we got some random stuff here. Ran out of foil, so picked this up. This is what I use for my pan when I bake chicken. I put foil on there. Just it makes it easier to clean up at the end because you just take the foil off basically and throw that in the trash, and then the pan you can clean in like 10 seconds. Picked up trash bags because we're out of those. Got some coffee creamer, 0 sugar. So there's only 15 calories in this per like 15 grams essentially. But that still doesn't mean that you can go like absolutely buck wild crazy with this stuff. It still does have calories. It has 1 fat, 1 carb. So if you got a heavy pour on this, you're probably gonna have to like account for this. If you just use a dash like I do, I don't really account for it because it's something that I use almost every single day, and I barely use any of it. Picked up 1 sugar-free barbecue sauce. And then 5 pounds of this jasmine rice right here. So I usually go through this in about 10 days, I think, right now. My food's still relatively low. So once the food starts getting higher, I'll probably just switch to like the 20-pound bag. But right now we just don't really have enough room to keep that stored. So I'll have to make room for that in the future. Oh yes. So that's pretty much all I needed for this week as far as food is concerned. I have a bunch of frozen vegetables and stuff still in the freezer and the downstairs freezer, so I didn't need to pick any of that stuff up. What I did have to pick up though, a bunch of Halloween candy. So we got Snickers, we got the minis right here. Then we got Twix fun size as well. I bought a bunch of fun size candy. Baby Ruth, Three Musketeers, Milky Way, and then we got Reese's peanut butter cups. So do kids even trick or treat these days anymore? I don't know. So I got all this basically for the kids that are potentially going to trick or treat. Again, I don't think all y'all badass little kids be needing no candy. Y'all need manners. But if there are trick or treaters that come by, we will have this in like a large bowl for them. And then back when I used to trick or treat, when that was a thing, like the coolest houses were always the houses that gave out the king-size candy bars. Like, that's the house you need to hit. Be like, hey man, house down the street over there, they're the ones that got the king-size candy bars. And that's the one you always wanted to hit. Now, I looked for king-size candy bars at the store. Like, it's apparently not really a thing anymore. Didn't know that. Everything is like share size, which is so lame. It looks like a king-size candy bar, and then it's just cut down the middle. Totally whack. That's not a king-size candy bar. I want a huge Snickers bar. I want a huge Three Musketeers bar. Apparently that's not a thing anymore. But I did want to be like that cool guy who has like the king-size stuff. So I did get a few things that I could find. King-size like pumpkin Reese's. Reese's big cups as well. I got like 2 of everything. Got the white chocolate one of this. Kids need to learn about white chocolate. Far superior to all other chocolates. Okay, so there were a couple actually king-size candy bars. So, Paydays, picked up a couple of these. I think these are like new. These are like chocolatey, I guess. I don't know. But these are actually king-size candy bars. So, shout out to Payday. Now this is what I'm talking about with the Milky Way and the Three Musketeers. Like, this looks like king size. I was like, oh, sick. But it's just 2 small candy bars in a pack. I'm just like, that's so lame. Like, as a kid, you wanted this whole thing to be the candy bar. You wanted this whole thing to be the candy bar. And I swear to God, they used to make them like that, but I guess they don't anymore. The world has changed. Oh, shout out to Carmelo. They actually still make a king-size candy bar. This one doesn't snap in the middle, so picked up 2 of those. Got that other Milky Way right here. Three Musketeers, and then lastly, you got Snickers bars. And like, look at this. This is the biggest Snickers bar I could find. I could eat this in 1 bite. What is this? Like, this king-size Snickers bars, they used to be like this, man. I used to love grabbing a king-size Snickers bar. Man, what has the world come to? Anyways, so I'm gonna have those as well. So like, hopefully we're the cool house with the good candy. We'll see though. Oh, and then lastly, Heidi and I are gonna have like a small little watch party going on for the Olympia next week. So I got a couple like snacks for that. We're gonna get chips and dip and all that stuff, but like I got a little bit of like finger food snacks, I guess. See, this isn't for the kids. This is grown folk candy, all right? Peanut M&Ms, okay? That's the OG. And then I got peanut butter M&Ms. Haven't tried these before, but again, this is grown folk candy. This is for cultured people, all right? So that is everything that I got from the store, guys. I'm gonna get all this put away. Then I'm going to sit down and enjoy my coffee for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna get started on client check-ins. All right, it is about 9:30. I kind of lost track of time doing client check-ins. Normally my meal number one is like around 7 o'clock. So I'm like 2.5 hours behind, but it's not a big deal just because my food isn't high by any means. So like I'm not gonna have a problem getting in all my meals for the day. One thing I will say though is, man, time goes by so fast when I'm doing client check-ins, whereas when I'm at my regular job, you know, like my 9 to 5, God, time goes by so slow. It's like like every minute I can feel my soul just getting sucked out. Whereas when I'm doing something I love, like client check-ins, and looking over everybody's sheets and stuff like that, man, the time just goes by incredibly fast. So I need to get out of that 9 to 5, man. I guess it's a good time to plug my coaching. So email address right there. If anybody is interested in online coaching, you can feel free to reach out and send me an email over there. But let me get meal number one ready and show you guys what that is. Meal number one on deck: 122 grams of pineapple, 100 grams of banana, and 100 grams of blueberry. And then right here, 8 ounces of chicken breast. I put this mango lime salsa on here that me and Heidi picked up last week from that harvest place that you saw us go to. Man, this stuff really, really good. And then I just threw some pink sea salt on there. So I am gonna go ahead, sit down and eat this. And I think I'm probably going to watch that new Star Wars show, Ahsoka. So I'm gonna get this in, and I will see you guys in meal number two. Okay, time for meal number two. First, let me show you that shirt that I was talking about earlier. Leg day shirt number 5. Can you see that? Champions are made behind the scenes. That means the off season. So all you people who want to stay lean 24/7, you ain't gonna make no gains, man. You gotta off season. You gotta do that if you want to put on muscle. So it's about 1 o'clock right now. Meal number 2, I'm about to have that right now. What I've been doing since the last time you saw me was I watched Ahsoka. Like I said, I finished up my laundry. Then I got tired, so I had to take a nap. I did legs 2 days ago, and man, every leg day right now, like I get so sore the day after, and especially the second day after. It just completely wipes me out. I think as the food continues to rise, that will get better. But man, I'm like so tired from leg day, and my legs are so sore. So took a nap. I'm up now, and again, meal number 2, let me show you what that is. All right, here we go. Super simple. It's gonna be 6 ounces of ground beef and 102 grams of sweet peas. So ground beef, peas, very easy. I put this mustard on here. Mustard gang, boy. Sweet and smoky onion. This one is really, really good. And then I put some pink sea salt on there. Now, while I eat this, I'm going to kind of start getting meal number 3 ready, which is going to have rice in it. So this rice right here, 211 grams uncooked, because I'm going to spread all this rice through my next 3 meals. So got the water in here already. Let's take it over. Let's get it started. Oh, this is hard to do with one hand. Okay. Wow. And boom. So this is gonna get started cooking. It'll be done in 45 minutes, but I'm not gonna eat it in 45 minutes. It'll probably be another 2 hours to my next meal. And then here is the rest of the ground beef that I told you guys about. Now, if you guys are gonna not eat all the ground beef on the same day, make sure you leave it a little bit undercooked like this, so that when you heat it up, like through the next couple days, it will actually cook like all the way. But because if you cook it all the way here and then you cook it the next day and the day after that, it's going to be so dry. So leave it slightly undercooked like this, and it'll be perfect when you heat it up for the rest of your meals during the week. So after I eat this meal, I got some more like chores and stuff to do. Got to clean the bathroom, got to clean the kitchen, do some more laundry. I have another a client consult at 3 o'clock, so I might have my next meal before then, or I might have my meal after that. Either way, I will show you what meal number 3 is when we get there. Okay, it's 2:30. It is time for meal number 3. I decided to eat this before I hop on that consultation call just because I'm starving. So let me show you what we're working with. All right, here we are. 6 ounces of chicken. There's a couple scoops of rice from the cooked rice that I made earlier, and there's 85 grams of chopped spinach. I also put pink sea salt on there, and this right here, 5 grams of this olive oil, and it's fresh basil flavored. This stuff is so good. So that's one thing that I didn't show you from last week when Heidi and I were in San Diego. We stopped at like this olive oil shop. There's another one in Ventura that we go to, but whenever we're like in the area of those places and we ran out of olive oil and whatnot, we will stop in there because the olive oil there is really, really high quality, and they have like all these great flavors that are great for cooking with or just adding to your food for extra flavor. And I think that's definitely one thing that I will say is like you can tell the difference between a high quality olive oil and like just the regular stuff that you get at the grocery store. So if you ever have the chance to get high quality olive oils like that right there, man, go for it. Obviously they're going to be more expensive, but they are so worth it. So I'm going to eat this meal, hop on that consultation call, and then I'll see you guys in a little bit for meal number 4. So it's 4:30 now. It is time for meal number 4. I finished up that call. I'm about like halfway done, maybe 60-70% done with cleaning. But I'm going to get this meal in. I'm going to watch another episode of Ahsoka. I'm really liking that show. And then after that, I'll go ahead, finish cleaning, probably have my last meal and show you what that is as well. But for now, what I'm having for meal number, what is this for? Meal number 4 is the same exact thing. So that is 6 ounces of chicken breast, 85 grams of spinach, a couple scoops of rice out of the rice cooker, 5 grams of olive oil, and that pink sea salt. One thing I didn't cover the first time I had this meal was you'll notice there's no sauce on there. I usually put sauce on all my meals. However, if I'm putting like olive oil on a meal, like high quality olive oil, not just the regular stuff you get from the store. If I'm putting high quality olive oil, especially the flavored kind, like basil flavored, I think the other one we got was rosemary, can't remember. But with those, I'm not going to put a sauce on. I'm only going to put like salt and pepper at the max, because it's like doing the food a disservice if you put sauce over that olive oil because the olive oil is so good. It's like going to a steakhouse, getting a great steak, and like being like, hey, can I have a side of ketchup? It's like, no, eat the steak. Taste the steak for how it is. So that's kind of why I do that with the olive oil, why I don't add sauce when I'm using a high quality olive oil like that. So I'm going to get this meal in, do that other stuff, and I will catch you guys in meal number 5. Okay guys, it is 7 p.m. and it is now time for meal number 5. So check it out. This is what we got. We got the rest of the rice that was left over in the rice cooker. We got 6 ounces of chicken breast, and then we have 16 grams of this peanut butter right here. And we have just added in this pink sea salt on top of that. So this is going to be the final meal for the day, meal number 5. So final macros for the day are going to be 245 protein, 245 carb, and 40 fat. Like I said, food is still pretty low, so I'm really hoping that next week we can up the food. Again, this is rest day, but my training day really isn't that much higher in terms of food. And man, I'm so hungry just all the time. Like, yeah, I'm gonna eat this and I could eat the same meal literally back to back and still not even be remotely full. So really hoping that we can up the food come next week. But I'm gonna wrap this video up right here, guys. Finish that last meal and kind of just chill out for the rest of the night. Before I go though, I really want to say thank you for all the support. Especially the support recently that I've been getting on these videos. I really, really appreciate it, guys. You know, I looked and I know this is like a small number, I guess, you know, in the grand scheme of things, but like 166 subs was the last time I checked, and that to me is like that's wild. I never even thought I'd get to like 100. Like that was my initial like huge goal. I'm like, man, if I ever get to 100, that would be wild. And to know that I'm like already past that, that's crazy to me. So again, thank you guys so much for all the support. I think the next goal is 1,000. That's a little bit of a bigger goal, but I'm kind of confident that I can actually make that happen. Um, so that's what I'm going to be working towards as far as like YouTube goals. I think when I get there too, I'll go ahead and upgrade this camera and stop using my phone. Maybe get a real vlogging camera, but we'll see. So, you know, I'd like to get little better quality videos out there for you guys. But anyways, I'm going to get this meal in. And then, like I said, just relax and chill out the rest of the night. So again, thank you guys for all your support. I really, really appreciate it. And I will catch you in the next episode of the Odyssey. Peace.